Bukakeun layarna, layar topan konderokeun.
Oh, hello. Apologize for the abrupt start. Let me introduce myself. My name is Daniel, and welcome to my channel, Danny Menus. Today I'll be reviewing a game titled Kabaret, a Southeast Asian monster visual novel, made by an indie studio named Persona 3 Games. I'll explain more about the production team, but as of this video, their website is unavailable, so I'll put the link for you to check it out in the description, and I absolutely encourages you to check it out. They probably spent tons of blood, sweat, and tears to make their games possible, especially true to the artists. First of all, let me ask you this. What do you define as evil? What I mean is, if you hear the word evil, what is the first thing you thought about? Some might think more petty, like bullying a kid in a video game, or some might think more brutal, like murder. Some might think bigger, but what do you think? Now, I'd give you time, but it's easy if you ponder and find your answer as the video progresses. And by the end, I would like you to comment what your thought is and whether throughout this video if it changed, and if it did, what aspect of it changed. Alright, now we can go to the context. You see, I went to a festival here in Malaysia called MDCF, or Malaysia Digital Content Festival. As the name suggests, this festival is a hot pot mix of multiple companies all around Asia, big, small, for them to advertise their products to us, the users. From Sony PlayStation to Nintendo to more local companies here like Monster Studios. These companies had booths to show the new products they've been working on. Tons of games, bulk shows were displayed here. But one particular that I want to talk about today is this Persona 3 Game Studio. I told you just now. They're a small indie studio developer here in Malaysia who make games, and they set their booth that day to advertise their new game, which is this game that I'm reviewing, the Kabaret. I tested the demo that they advertised there, and I found the game to be interesting, and I crave to play it more. And luckily for me, they were selling the games there with half price offer using Steam gift code. So I bought it for RM20, or about 4 USD, and I'll be reviewing it. If I get lucky and this video blow up, I might be able to get a net positive income on this purchase. Meet Jerman, your player character who's a big nihilist and wish everyone to just die and the world to explode. He got lots of trauma and mother issues, and lucky for him, or you technically, half of his wish will come true, and that is today he'll die. Wanna take a gander how? Pause the video a bit and guess. Wrong! The way you die is by drowning, specifically due to divine punishment from a winged creature who is supposed to curse you before you die. Yeah, I couldn't have guessed that one in a million years. Well, off to a good start, eh? But hey, silver lining, we're now reborn as a monster. What? Half of a monster. A snake-like creature who's kinda hot. Not my opinion, but that's what the NPC says. Then you meet this dude from the teaser. His name is the Caretaker. He just saved your life. He fished you up from the swamps. So even in death, you almost died. Quite unlucky. Back to him. You see, he's a ferryman. Well, a sampan man. Sampan being the Malay name for ferry, similar to the ferryman of the river Styx, Charon from Greek mythos. And similar to Charon, he'll guide you through your new home in the afterlife, the Kabaret title sequence. A place in which beasts and creatures from Alam Bunyan, the Malay fantasy world, hang out and try not to kill each other. Once there, you are tasked to make tea. Yeah, that's the gameplay, and this is the gameplay. Basically, you read the dialogue, look at your book of tea recipes, find the type of tea you're looking by reading between the lines of dialogues, listen to what the people have to say about the ingredients, and then repeat for every single character you meet. A bit repetitive, but it's a visual novel. Gameplay isn't the strong suit, usually. As the story progresses, you'll meet more and more monsters varying from multiple folktales in the ASEAN region, ASEAN being Southeast Asian, You bond with them, you learn about them, play their games, uncover the truth behind the Kabaret and your odd existence as a half human, half monster, and most importantly, try not to get eaten. Because every single monster you meet realize you're a human and wanted to eat you. And depending on your choice of dialogue, it can be more nihilistic or positive, but that is your choice to make. Although I haven't finished the game due to being busy and my lack of free time, I've reached the halfway point, so 5 hours. I don't play visual novels a lot, and although the game lacks in voice acting since it's just dialogues followed by grunts like the stunning art, breathtaking background, wonderful story writing and storytelling, and alas, the extraordinary soundtrack of this game makes up for this flaw tenfold. I'd say to just play the game for the visuals and soundtrack alone, but after all has said and done, I'd say the thing that makes me fall in love with this game is due to it actively challenging my thoughts and definition. I played this game not expecting much, and as I played through it, I feel that my perspective on things starts to change. I do admit I sometimes see its action as like good or evil, black and white, but this game challenges that thought. The moral dilemmas from this game, although very unrealistic and taken to the extreme, could be a dilemma that could happen in real life. For example, in one scene, an old man pleads for the freedom of his family, punished for his rebellions against the tyrant. The tyrant's collective punishment seems plain evil. Yeah, collective punishment is a war crime and plain evil, but she claims it's for her people's prosperity, to expand her lands or so her people could live better lives, and also feeding monsters to prevent more chaos from happening, meaning to prevent more deaths. It doesn't justify her action because collective punishment is still evil and still collective punishment, but it does light up a spark of reflection where not everything seems to be black and white. Another case involves Pontiana, a Malay woman turned vampire due to being tortured in her human life. So in the afterlife, she turned into a vampire. Seeking revenge, she hunts humans, but due to age and loss of sight, now only eats discarded children. Although the discarded children will probably perish, does it justify her taking their lives? There's still chances for them to live their full life, right? Yet she takes that all away. But wouldn't it also be considered mercy for the likely scenario where instead of dying slowly and painfully, they'll die a quick death? And it doesn't justify her action, and surely it's just plain evil. But it also sheds a teeny tiny light on the complexity and context behind seemingly vile actions. Eating children is evil in all contexts, but doing it for mercy, doing it for them, wouldn't that make it a bit less? Overall, I absolutely recommend this game from the stunning art alone, but other than that, if you're interested in a story that will question your morality and give you a question that keeps you up at night, I have not slept early for days because of these questions, I definitely recommend the Kabaret for you. However, if you care more on the gameplay aspect of the game, akin to a hardcore gamer as one might say, I do not recommend buying it. As I said before, it's a visual novel with minigames, but other than that, I definitely recommend it to casuals and story lovers alike. Personally, it is a bit biased of me since I know and love Asian myths and folklores, but the game also teaches you about those. You get the backstory of each race of monsters, where they're from, so prior knowledge doesn't matter, so it could be enjoyed by those interested in learning Asian folklores and appreciated by those who knew of it, like me. Overall, I give it a solid 8 out of 10. The stunning visuals alone should give it like 4. Breathtaking backgrounds 2, intriguing character 1, extraordinary storytelling half point, and the ear candy of the soundtrack, because there's not enough soundtrack. God, Indonesians, you're so good at creating songs. Make more soundtrack for this game, please. However, I do give it a high rating if not for the repetitive minigames, lack of option due to even though you can say different things, nothing you do will affect that outcome, so your dialogue doesn't matter. But as I said before, these flaws, these flaws are dwarfed by the strength of the game. Thanks for listening. Daniel out. Oh, I forgot to, I forgot to click off. All right, actually, Daniel, Daniel is out.